Good morning. Unifying parents and children against funded child abuse. For my own child parental alienation. This international network is here to assist children to feel safe. If we can't assist our children in feeling safe, what can we do for them? And when does your decency start? Good morning to you. Now there comes a point where we have to block some people. You don't take them from the channel. You stop them from making a fool of themselves by some of the things they write, some of the nasty, hateful things they write about children and fathers and mothers and parents and family. There's a stark warning going out to every single one of us just now. The signs are shown in our towns and cities and villages. What's in your town, what's in your village or city that wasn't there 10 years ago? Or even in the last 5 years? What's starting to spring up? We seem to be able to plug in everywhere. They don't just want Internet of Things in our houses and homes, they want Internet of Things to follow every step we make. Every time we put the foot on the accelerator, the Internet of Things is digesting what you are doing, recording what you are up to, and passing on any information from the predators and paedophiles which are given the power. I've just got some data left in my phone. I would suggest you do one. Even if you're a true supporter of family and a true supporter of fathers, and you really are there to help fathers and mothers, because those people aren't there to help you. They're funded to assist your downfall and your family's downfall. If you need their help, they won't assist. If you've been beaten, they'll assist the one that's doing the beating, especially if they're part of some little satanic cult or the family is. When you decide to come on and speak on YouTube, the mine is a relatively tiny little channel, but when you come on at times, you do get thousands of views and comments. None of them are for support. None of them are to show you support for children. Sometimes it's figuring out where to start to tell you what's going on, but I don't really know what's going on. If someone can put in the comments what's actually going on right now, how many levels of defence do the military industrial complex actually have? Because the biggest weapon's in my hand right now. I just want this message to get to Gorzów in Poland. I want to stop this useless lifestyle, or useless way of living, I want to end it. I only want maybe 5 or 10 people on this channel, to be totally honest. I want some friends to speak to. I want some like-minded people. Because you don't much find that when you come on here. You'll find twisted hate. And it is twisted in every way. Sold out, people have sold out at every level. We need to unplug ourselves. My eyes keep slipping down and trying to read some messages, but I would suggest go and if you're going to find yourself on this a YouTube channel, go and find someone with something to say. Something that you really want to fight against, because I don't think you want to fight against family. I don't think you want to fight against the rights of children. I understand the undercurrent in control is awash with paedophiles and child abusers. But within the town, it's not all paedophiles and child abusers, it's just sold out scumbags that are part of the Catholic cult or the Freemasonic agenda, which continually rolls on one thing to the next. It's quite disgusting to know the Eastern Star, the women are part of a child abusing agenda. It's sick to understand. It's sick when you find out and see the women in your town protecting paedophiles and child abusers. It's sickening. If you want any decent channel where a man's put effort into letting you know about the controlling mechanisms, I would go to a guy called Sam Williams, or Swilliamism. He can point out and show who your handlers are. For me, it all falls back to the same thing. It's the Catholic cult that's running things. It's got its wee fingers in everywhere. You see it laced through the movies. I mean, you know these Jesuits are... They see God in everything, you know. It's like, oh, God's in every single thing with these Jesuits. They portray themselves on TV. I mean, you know, the Freemasons are portrayed as minions, always wanting the next thing, always looking to get paid off by the most evil person they follow. That's your Freemasonic type. The Catholic cult's doing the leading. They see themselves as Jedis. They think they feel the force. Crazy Jesuits. And what they're doing is abusing kids and taking down our towns. And everyone in my town has got the option to stop being a paedophile protector, stop being a parasite, stop being one of these feminist child abusers. I can't stop the fact that we're going to fund... The Scottish Government is going to fund terrorism, it's going to fund fanatical feminists. It is going to do that. It doesn't matter how much I tell you. I know you're going to come back at me saying, but what did you do? What was your role in things? My role in things has been a complete fool in forgiving child abusers and not doing this a long, long time ago. My mistake is getting back and trusting the woman that didn't let my children see my father when he was dying. The woman and mother that sent me a message to call me a liar when my dad had cancer. They sent me a message saying, we don't believe your dad has cancer. After that message, he died 3 days later. How could people possibly think another human being is going to use the excuse of his own father dying of cancer? Who lies to that extremity? Women do, especially funded women. Now I did I receive many comments, but it's always these double M's, Mackie, Maddie, or Mackie whatever, or even James. James has been blocked a few times. Or Hoodie's been blocked a few times. There's quite a few of these little parasitic paedophile protectors which are willing to put their head up and let you know that they protect paedophiles. So it's up to you, the one or two people that we need on this channel to protect family, right? To protect our children. Protecting our children isn't big on your to-do list, I get that. I do understand it's not sort of written down and highlighted to help children. But why are you always talking about Eastern Star and the Freemasons and the Catholics and all of these crazy cults and every single sorority and fraternity which is bringing down our country? Because they're all part of the same thing. They're parasites that don't care about their own children or family. Loving, decent men and women will speak to me. Paedophiles laugh. They write LOL when you talk about child abuse. Yeah, children are the future. Okay, fine, I'm leaving. Thank God. Bolt. I'm not looking for any of you people to come on here and help me make any pennies from paedophiles. Not at all. I'm not interested in any of you. I know there's mothers and fathers that understand the message, and we want to be changing things here because we're funding charities to abuse kids, and now we're funding paedophile protectors to come online and belittle fathers and parents, belittling 100% of children. Children have been brainwashed against their families. This is the very point, my friend. Children have been brainwashed against their families to break family values. Now, the head of a family is always the father. We've broken the ideology. The father's the head of the family for the last, well, as long as I've been born. So as long as I've been alive, that's been the way things are. The town crier used to stand up here and he would give you the news each day that the Freemasons wanted to tell you. Yes, but Joe, what do you mean? All these different people? How can the Freemasons be anything to do with the Catholics? How is it possible? You have to look behind. It's all to do with the Kabbalah. It's always all to do with Jewish mysticism. Every single thing that's going on is about Jewish mysticism and the Kabbalah. And the Catholic Church is that. Men want to be head of the family, but they are boys, not men. You're very, very right. You're very, very right. But I would like to think that I might have been capable of being a man and father, and even my partner might have known that. Yeah, the buildings do look old, but if you look at it, they'll tend to tell you that they were built in 1800s by some Freemasons. This is an old jail. This is the old courthouse, and this is the old jail. We still have the jail, the big doors for the jail inside this building. This was, I believe, still a jail when I was young. Go on, succinctly explain your point. I dare you. It's Jewish mysticism and the Cabal. What does any of that mean? Explain, rather than just saying. Go away and look for yourself. Little boys and little girls that have never done a bit of work in your lives. The ones bringing down family, you little paedophile protectors that have been raped since childhood, you're to blame. You're to blame. You're telling me to explain about Jewish mysticism and what it is and what it entails and how they went and brought the Freemasons from... What did go and check for yourself. I'm not going to come here to spoon feed you the nonsense which underpins the abuse that children face. You scumbag lowlife. Go and find out for yourself. No wonder they call you Little Brain. Little Brain. You just make what the parasites say to be true, Little Brain. Don't talk to me like that. All you need to do is flick the channel, fool. Bolt, you fool. Try to come on my channel and have a wee fiddle in the morning. Don't talk to me like that. My goodness me. Pull your head out your backside and protect your child rather than being the child. Don't try to get people to spoon feed you information. Go and find it yourself. Look at them amount of times. Don't talk to me like that. I'm a crazy little feminist willing to take funding to be a paedophile protector. If I'm not already a paedophile, said the Secret Service, said the scumbag, said the parasite, said the ball-bag, said the lowlife. The mothers and fathers know we're here. Not to be spoon feeding the brain dead parasites that protect paedophiles. We're not here for you. We're here for the children and the safety of children. We understand that you're paid to try and muddy the waters and change the message. Oh, go explain to me what you mean by saying some words. No, find out yourself what some words mean for once. Lazy little rats. Believe me, it's right in your face. The messages are always there, the signs and symbols are there. Maybe you need someone with common sense and some education to explain it. Go and check Swilliamism. Go and check, like, so many other people, born again barbarian. Go and check this gentleman. His wife used to be in the military. Her family are Jesuits and she was freed in 3 different military parts, and she speaks about this. There's lots of people that can speak, but you need to be able to listen. And you need to have eyes that can see. Discernment's not a big thing on here. Can't explain. Walks around in circles with his backpack, doing nothing productive, unemployed. It's nothing to offer. Oh my goodness me. That's because that is something I need to take heed. I need to take heed in your message. Rather than spread the message of safety for children and little paedophile protectors coming on here and trying to change the message. Are you a paedophile protector feminist? Or are you a paedophile protector little boy paedophile? What one are you? What one are you? Eh? I'll tell you either way, you're a paranoid little scumbag that hides his face. What does that mean? It means you're a coward. It means you're nothing more than a coward, my friend. Paedophiles lie in their bed. Signs for paedophile protectors all over our land. Oh, but explain to me the meaning of some words. Parental alienation is psychological manipulation and abuse of children. It's funded by the Scottish Government. Edinburgh Women's Aid is a Scottish charity that's funded to write down stories of abuse. I've been told many times that I might be the criminal, I might be the abuser. That's up to you to think whatever you like. I couldn't care less what you're saying. I'm here for the protecting and safety of children, family, and the rights of children and their parents. If you can't get that message and it doesn't make any sense to you, you're not for this channel, and this channel is not for you. It's time for you to go. If you want to hang around, then we know you're a paedophile protector. If not, you're a Women's Aid feminist who abuses children. Now, we understand there's so many of you out there that are funded and you take so little. It takes a glass of wine for half of you feminists to abuse kids. These are sick little lowlives. Be aware it's going to come back and bite you in the backside. Whatever it is you've done and said and the way you've hurt children, it's going to come back to you. And we know you're perverts and parasites. We know you're paedophiles, lowlives. I know you need everything spoon-fed to you, I know that. It's because you don't have a brain. That's why they call you little brain. That's why they call you small brain. You are exactly what they say. And the only way to escape what they say is stop buying what they sell. Then you might think for yourself. But that might be a bit different for you, having to think thoughts in your own wee head. What's going to happen if you think a thought? You might actually come up with an idea. You'll hit the shakes. This isn't for the vast majority of you paedophile protectors. If you want to come and hurt me, come ahead and hurt me. Come in wherever you like to try and hurt me. I know that's what your point is, because you know I'm actually getting to speak to some people. And I won't take the pennies off the bad boys. And you've already sold out for pennies. You've already sold your children. I see you with your head hanging down. I see you used to call me friend and now your head hangs in shame. Think I don't see all of it? Every one of you know I'm the last person to never sell out. Every one of you, if you've taken stuff off me, you now turn your back and you hide away. You're parasites. Nothing's okay about what's going on right now. Children are being abused. We're funding the downfall and funding the abuse, and I can tell you who it is, and I have done in many of these channels. Can't explain. Walks are, that's what I've done. Walking the streets alone, protecting people. You paedophile protectors are very smart at times. I'm protecting myself. This right now is me getting up and getting out and making sure I get some fresh air of a day. I've got nothing, I've got no purpose, I've got no reason. I don't think I'm a good guy. I don't think I'm a father or a nice man. I think I'm one of the biggest losers that you could ever come across on YouTube. I know I am one of the biggest losers. There's no point for me doing this. There's not going to be a future for me having done this. But I know there's going to be a future for children, because the paedophiles on here, you're going to end up getting smacked in the face, you will. You're going to get hounded in your street. You're going to get hunted and murdered because you're a paedophile, because you hurt children, and children are our future. Children are all we've got. And if you abuse and hurt them just now, they're going to turn out to be like you, and you're a bastard. We don't want kids to be like you, because you're a bastard. It's not your fault, but you were abused and you've became the beast. There's not much we can do. There's not a lot we can do, because you're the beast. Crazy, crazy. Of course I'm crazy. It's not the paedophile that's crazy. It's me that's crazy. It's the father that's crazy. It's not the paedophile protector that's crazy. It's the faceless little junkie. It's the faceless little paedophile protector and child abuser. I get it, you've got hundreds of things to say, but it doesn't stop the fact that a funded Scottish charity through a paedophile ring that we call the Scottish Government, a funded Scottish charity called Edinburgh Women's Aid, writes stories down to make children be abused. Now these children are being abused by women that are supposed to be helped, women that cry that they've been beaten and abused. Now I've been asked by several women, maybe it's just your ex-partner that was able to turn over this charity. You know, she would have done that. But the thing is, she was offered that story and she did not lie to the higher judges in court. She put everyone and sold everyone out. She sold everyone out from that charity, and she sold them out from that charity because she was able to distance herself, the same as you want to distance yourself from being a paedophile. So you call me names and we all know you're a paedophile protector. If not a paedophile, if not you were abused as a child, now you're the abuser. We understand how it works. We know what Hollywood's done to you. The only way you could ever get famous or make money is by being raped as a kid and starting to become the abuser. We see what you've done. Parasites. And believe me when I call you you are. I'll go to my seat. You can come along and speak to me. I don't do this for my safety. I don't do this for my health. I don't do this for anything other than the safety of children. And children deserve our safety. My ex-partner was funded to abduct and abuse my children. This was all shown in court. And still to this day, we fund terrorism. We fund the abuse of children. We fund the downfall of fathers and the abuse of children through Women's Aid. It's funded. I've shown this in court details. People walk past with their head down when I'm talking about child abuse as if it cannot happen to them. They put their head down. Why do they put their head down? Because they're like you. They keep quiet. They're paedophile protectors, so they're like you. And that's why I stand out here. I stand out here. So you can come along and shoot me. Because having my children abducted and taken away and finding out a charity funded it, it breaks you. It breaks you if you're a man, if you're a father. And I see many of you aren't men. Many of you aren't fathers. What I stay a long ways away from children. Why are you yelling at us? Get away from this. It's not. Why are you yelling at us? Why are you coming along to be yelled at? You have a choice. And I know most of you don't understand that. You've got a choice to do the right thing. You've got a choice not to be a paedophile protector. You've got a choice not to abuse kids. You've got the choice. And what do you choose? You choose to abuse. Every time you choose to abuse, the fathers and mothers and things come round and ask questions about where's this charity that we fund that abuses kids. They don't do that. They walk past in ignorance. Adults walk past in ignorance as I say these things to you. Now, what's that showing in our society? It's showing adults are willing to be quiet when children are being abused. It shows adults are willing to allow the funding from Scottish Government to go to paedophile protectors, and you're allowed to come on here and have a go at me. I don't stop you. I stop the odd wee double M Freemasonic liar or Catholic cult member, any one of you child abusers. I stop you from talking when I decide to. I'll let you put all your mentions up here and talk up here. But if you're going to come on and belittle the message for children's safety, we're going to come after you. And you do nothing. If this is nothing, then you do nothing as well and see how strong nothing can be. Go on and do it. You'll lose your life. You'll have to put your face in front of me. But you won't put your face in front of me because you're a wee coward. Cannot imagine him, his ex didn't stay with him. Most of the things you're trying to write don't make sense. There's still love pouring up the side of the screen. There's still likes and still people subscribing because they're not keeping quiet. What they're doing, they're seeing that you're a scumbag and they're seeing that they're going to come up. You call me Subtitles, that's my name in Australia. Thanks very much. And is that Mike or Ange? Big love going up the side of the screen. It doesn't matter who I am or what I've done because my face is here and I take responsibility and accountability for every crime and every shitty thing I've done to speak about it. Because it might tear some of you and you back end. You are the common denominator. There is bigger and there is bolder, there is rougher and there is tougher. In other words, sucker, there is no other. I'm the one and only dominator. That's all crazy stuff written by the military for music so we can all go techno dance in the 90s. What Donald Trump's saying just now is just there to protect paedophiles. It's there to bring you down and there to bring your society down. What the Scottish Government doing and Swinney's doing right now, he's a little paedophile protector. If anyone thinks that man has got any kind of manliness, you're part of the problem. You might be the same as what he is. Stinking little failures that put children in danger. That's what I'm telling you are. That's why I'll be happy to have all these big men walk past and show me how tough they are. There's nothing tough about me, you're right, I'm a failure. Besides screaming, what are you actively doing for the safety of kids? What am I actually doing for the safety of kids? Do you know what you're doing? You're protecting paedophiles. You're keeping quiet about the charities. Now you could take the information I've got and you can go and check that. Or you could take the information I've got and go and spout it and use my name and say, that was the guy that said it, go and check it. He's done it on video. He's calling this charity Edinburgh Women's Aid. He's saying that they're writing stories to make sure women abuse kids. Go and say that. Go and say that this guy here, Joe Day, is saying that the Scottish Government's nothing but paedophile protectors that fund the downfall of family. Go and say that, and then come back to me and tell me, what is it you've done for the safety of your kids? Because you're lying in your bed, playing with your tonker. You're nothing to me, and you're nothing safe for children. So do not try and belittle anything that I do and have done. Love pours up the side. People still like, people still subscribe. Why? I don't know. I'm not smart. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm going to force you to listen. I'm going to have you come back and cry. Why are you shouting in my ears? Because my children were abducted and abused. The charity was funded by the Scottish Government. Any father in his right mind would be disgusted if their children were abused and abducted and the Scottish Government funded it. Now, I did take my mother and a friend called Audrey at the time up to Edinburgh Women's Aid. Do you know what they done? They attacked us. Physically attacked us. Do you know the girl Audrey? She's also had false allegations written for her ex-partner to use false allegations by Edinburgh Women's Aid. She was also offered false allegations. She never used the false allegations. Her and her ex-partner still go on and share the children like a mother and father does while they ignore all of the nonsense sponsored and funded by women's charity, by the Scottish Government. And you want to come across and say stuff to me? Bro, is that what you're writing there? Bro, I'm not your bro. I'm a father. I'm possibly one of the last still breathing, and I know they're going to come and get me. I know this isn't for my future. I know I get nothing for this, but I know in the future my son and daughter are going to see this and they will attack all of the paedophiles that broke them. They'll attack you. My son and daughter's got something inside that I've got in here. Something that paedophile, sellout, low-life, stupid woman that abducted them is funded to do. She'll never have decency. Women are funded to abuse kids in this. You can go in here and you can read in the notice board. They help fund women's aid. I'm not totally against women getting aid. We need to protect women because there's wee perverts like you out there. There's wee paedophiles like you. Some of these beautiful women I know, I've been up to Edinburgh with them. So thanks, Audrey. Thanks, Mum. We didn't get anything for that. But the police called in and threats. The same as you always get when you're going against funded charities or when you stand against a government. You always take it. I'm willing to take it. I'm willing to take your nonsense. I'm a willing father willing to stand out here and be that fool. Because there's no purpose for me sitting in my cold house. There's nothing for me sitting there. If you're a father and your children have been taken from your house and you've got an empty bedroom every single day and there's no one ever funded to help you or be there for you or give you a job, in fact, you become the criminal. There's mothers and fathers standing all round about here. And every one of them should be here for the safety of their children. And if I was to ask them, they would say directly, I would protect children. Every one of these people would protect children. But would they take funding to abuse children? Do they know of a charity called Women's Aid? Do they know charities called Women's Aid? Do they know that charity would fund a woman to call a man a rapist? I was called a rapist. I can't even feel comfortable letting any of these people know. I was called a rapist. You know why she called me a rapist? Because Edinburgh Women's Aid was funded to that. Am I in any way ashamed of that? Not at all. I'm ashamed that you and these men and women do not protect our children. Say a single. You can come along whenever I'm on. You can have a go whenever you like. This all comes back to you. This all comes back to you. If a man stands in the centre of your town and he speaks about children being abused, I want you to walk up and ask, what can we do to help these children? Instead, what YouTube does is it funds paedophiles and paedophile protectors, boys and girls with little brains that are willing to be bought. 99% of you have sold out. The vast majority of you will never protect any children because you've got no idea how to protect yourself or your family. I want the markets back in my town. I want fathers and mothers back in my town. I want people that are able to string a few words to make a sentence back in my town. If you want to come down and finish me, please do so. If you want to press like and subscribe, please do so. If you want to put these wee hearts and funny faces and smiley characters up the side of the screen, please feel free to do so. Now I'm going to go in to Farm Foods with my minus £53 that I've got. Maybe less, maybe minus 55. And I'm going to buy some sardines and eggs. Aye. You're holding a lot of shame and guilt, you people, aren't you? You're holding a lot of shame and guilt. I'm walking about the street with a backpack on with nothing to do, unemployed. Exactly as you say. I'm walking about with no purpose, no reason. But there's a purpose. People are having a wee fiddle. It's gone inside people's tiny wee brains, and their wee tiny brains are starting to swell up. Their wee tiny brains are swelling with information. So you trolls, you paedophile protectors, you're going to be busy. You're going to be very busy over the next few months. Especially if I have data. Now my data is going to run out in a few days' time. When it does, you're not going to see me. And thank God I never have to see you. Thank God for that. Now, if any one of you want to show your faces, come along and show your face. Stick your actual face there rather than having this little... it's the same thing here. This boy here, the paedophile protector here, this is the one that's been writing all kind of strange, mate. I'm sure I blocked him, but... You come and speak to me in person, ball bag. Come on, I'll chat with you. Come on. Come on. You just want to start a fight. You want to start a fight. You don't want to chat. You don't want to have things go into your head. You've already sold out, you wee paedophile. I can't even tell by your profile picture. If it's not you, it's something that looks like you. It's a wee scrawny rat that looks like you. More of you should be coming out doing this. Because you're going to be made a fool of, you're going to be broken, you're going to learn how to stick up for yourself and children and your family. And it's the best thing that you can do. Well, but what about if my feelings got hurt and I start to cry because the women pointing and laughing and the people telling me to kill myself and the people slagging off children and saying that I'm unemployed? Well, most of that's true. Don't worry about that. These little paedophile protectors, they have to continue in this failure of a life that they've created for themselves. And all they have is this short time. They don't have anything after this. They've sold everything out that meant anything. So they'll try and stay in this crappy wee horrible land for as long as they can and continue their paedophile protection. Watch that little thing pinned in the comments. Watch him. Watch that Salford slang. He is a little terrorist paedophile protector. All of these people are 99%. And even it getting into your mind, if you're thinking in any way about belittling this message, you're one of them. You're one of them. And I know some of your pretend pals, some of your little creatures from the past. I know most of you keep coming, do me in. Show me your face then. Why don't we try and protect children and family before your wee hardnut starts to feel as if it needs to swing a punch to feel manly again? There's nothing manly about that, or you? There's nothing manly about hiding behind shit. And that's all you do. You terrorise children. Women's Aid's funded to terrorise family. The Scottish Government's here to terrorise your country. And the UK to terrorise Scotland. There's always something bigger there to terrorise you. Do you not know that? They'll buy you off, then sell you out. This is the most simple message you can have. The Scottish Government funds Edinburgh Women's Aid, a funded charity. Women's Aid write a story that a man's a rapist and ruin a life and abduct a child. And I'm a plonker, I'm unemployable, I'm the worst thing ever. I'm the one you want to come and kill. I'm the person you want to come and kill. As soon as I start to speak about anything, and you have to understand that when you come on one of these things, we have little parasite bastards on here. Always, always. Now you could say anything, and they'll be triggered. You could talk about the Freemasons, triggered. You could talk about Catholic cult, triggered. You could talk about Eastern Star, triggered. You could talk about child abuse, triggered. Because they're part of all of this. And all of that's linked. You watch far too much TV, you spend far too much time on this. You're on socials far too much. You've got far too much time invested in things that make you out to be a scumbag. You're a scumbag because everything is invested into you being that. You can change that by investing in your children and family. Come along and speak to me face to face, and if you still have the urge after 10 minutes of conversation, you can have a swing and punch me. There's lots of people in the past that can knock me out and punch me. In fact, one of the good men that I met the other day and used to live with me, I'm sure he's wanted to punch me several times. And he's a great kickboxer and a good fighter. I'll never walk away and put my head down. Never. I don't have shame for anything I've done. I'm going to tell you. I feel sorry for the sin and hatred that I've committed against people. But if we can't ask for forgiveness and offer it to others and then make children and family feel safe and we as a community understand that's the only way we move forward properly, then how are we supposed to move forward? I'm very angry at my local town. I'm very annoyed at the people that's employed, but I can't be. There's no point. There's no point. People laugh at child. Women are giggling at child abuse. No, I'm not giggling at child. I'm giggling because you're talking about it. I'm giggling because you sound like subtitles. I'm giggling because you've got white hair. I'm giggling because the way you look. I'm giggling because the way you sound. I'm giggling because your children were abused. That's what you're giggling at. You're giggling at a father coming to the very end of his life, and you know that there is no future after speaking like this. Especially, there's no future for me in my town. None. There's no future for anything after you do this and say these things. Your own pals and brothers will come after you. Your friends and family will turn against you. And everything that happens is your fault, and everyone is willing to throw it at you. Everyone is. No one's willing to stand by you and really be a brother. You hear that nonsense by Freemasons all the time. Oh, we bleed the same. We're totally different, and I'm not the same as most of you out there. I'm not the same as any of you pedo protectors. I'm not the same as that Salford slang, that weird little creature. I'm not the same as the vast majority of you, the Jameses of this world, the Hoodies of this world. I'm not like any of you low-life services. I'm not a pen pusher. All of these are all government lackeys you've got here. Failures. I mean, they were brought into this since childhood. I've got mates that were brought into this since the age of 15 and 16. I've got family that were there since the age of 4 and 5. And the freaky things that you remember as a kid and see. This is from childhood, and this is why we've got paedophile protectors. We've got paedophile protectors because they were abused as kids. The only way to stop it is by stopping being an abuser. To be able to forgive your abuser. I'm willing to forgive Kasia. I don't know if my kids will be willing to forgive Kasia. I don't know if my kids will be willing to forgive these charities or the Scottish Government. I can't forgive the Scottish Government right now. Not once has it tried to come and say, do you know what, we have done this and we need to stop. In fact, how can we help you or help you and your children? Because we did fund Women's Aid. We do fund Women's Aid. In fact, we ask lots of companies to fund Women's Aid, and you've quite clearly and concisely spelt out that Women's Aid abuse children. That's very true. Now, should we attack you or should we help the kids? It's a tough one. Should we attack the father or help the children? 99% of you will attack the father. 99% of you are paedophiles. 99% will go for the people. Because you're part of the system. Because you've taken the money. You drank the Kool-Aid. People come on this channel and they complain. And after they complain, they stay around, they stay here. And after having complained, I shouted at them and hurt their feelings. I mean, this is faceless people on here. I don't know if it's actual people. I don't know if they've just got... I know there's layers... the layers are here of protection of abuse for paedophiles, because you need layers. But when I see the wee women in our town protecting paedophiles, it makes my heart sink. When I see the wee women in our town stand up for the Eastern Star, child abusing women, and they're frightened to stand up against them. They're frightened to stand against these women that abuse kids, because the women that are abusing kids they're so heavily funded, and women that don't care so easily put their head down. They put their head down. My children are suffering for absolutely no reason, and you're not helping. My children were abducted because they were funded. The Scottish Government is part of this. There is no way. I am so many things wrong in this world. I don't do so many things that I should do. I don't act the right way, and I wish I could. I wish I could be a better person than what I am. I don't think I'm protecting or helping anyone, but I know I'm telling you exactly what happened, and exactly what happened shouldn't happen. I mean, this is the basic. I mean, a government shouldn't fund a fanatical charity to abuse children. Why is that not going into your wee thick skull? Why is it not going into your stupid wee head? And then you find out it's because of all of these Freemasons and Catholic cults and all of this Jewish mysticism, all of this Kabbalah, all of this nonsense, that every single person, no matter how famous or infamous, or if they're part of this, they follow that. I don't know if it's just the wee red bangles they're wearing. No, I'm part of this. You're off your nut and a child abuser. You break family and you fund paedophilia. It's not as if I'm making up. It's written in the book. It's written in the Talmud. And Muslims are just the same in their holy book. What is it, 9-year-olds? I mean, the whole thing is disgusting. Men raping children at 3 years old, women abusing kids, 10-year-old boys. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting what you're following. And it's my kids that are suffering right now because of you. Because of that Polish child abuser, because of that women's charity, and because of that Scottish government. Why am I even saying that? Why is that a thing? Why is the Scottish government funding charities to kill children and abuse children, abduct children and belittle children? Because that is what we have. That's our biggest commodity. It's selling off a child's blood, selling off a baby's parts, selling off your own body parts. Why? So these scumbags that sell out to paedophiles their entire life can live a few years longer. All of these warmongering paedophiles die in severe pain and suffer eternally. I don't want the mother of my children to suffer eternally. I don't even want the babcha of my children to suffer eternally. I want them to get down on their hands and knees, cry and repent. I want them to say sorry and that they will not do that or hurt any other children again. It doesn't matter how much money they're offered, that they should say that. Do you know what, Joe? It doesn't matter how much money any government or charity offers me. I'm never going to hurt children. But you come on here and belittle that message. I understand it. But see, like, all the messages have stopped now. Do you know why? Because the paedophile protectors are showing themselves. You may as well wear a paedophile yellow and blue scarf. You need to know who your owners are. And you need to know that no matter what they tell you, you don't have to do it. You don't have to hurt other people because you're getting finance. You don't have to abduct a child in the middle of the night and break half of who they are because you're financed. You don't need to call that man a rapist just because you're financed to break him. But we have that. And who's the one funding it? Charity. How can you take a word and ruin a word? Charity. Charity means something, or charity should mean something. Now, I'll be quiet now because a father and his child are going in, and I respect that. Probably a father getting a few hours on Saturday morning. At least he turned back and looked there. Smile. He is getting a few hours. I used to get 1 hour a month with one of my children in Gorzów Wielkopolski in Poland. After having gone through all of the 1980 child abduction Hague court case, after being through all of the appellate court, if you go to a foreign fascist country, you're going to get nothing. If you come back from a foreign fascist Nazi country that now adopts the American legal system, and the American legal system is there to abuse children and abuse family. The parasite system is the American system. Your whole child protection is nothing more than child abuse. The family allowance and child payments are there to bankrupt family and businesses that they've built, while funding only fanatical mothers. That's how we get rid of mothers, that's how we get rid of fathers, we finance it. And Freemasons are happy to take your dough. Every Catholic is happy to take your dough, but they think they're that wee bit better. Every single place I go and stand at, it's me in my town with all of the security cameras. We have got police here, all of them hang about, and I go out in the middle of my town and I talk, and if I can hurt your feelings saying things on here, then you're the one that needs to have a right good look at yourself. In fact, you should never go on YouTube, because if people, you're going to have tens of thousands of people tell you to kill yourself. And if you're worried about me shouting at you to stop being a paedophile protector, Oh, but he's calling me a paedophile protector out loud. I might be letting everyone in my town down, might be letting my family down, my brothers. I'm certainly not letting my children down. I'm letting every other person down in this town. Sell out brothers, sell out friends, sell out family. Ego. That's all men are filled with. I've got another couple of days where you can come along and speak to me. More than likely I won't listen. I will listen if you get your own channel and start doing something similar. I don't mind if it's the opposite of protecting children. It means I can come and still hunt you down and speak to you. I don't care if you're a gang stalker or you want to come along and take a wee video of me and let me see that you're watching me. I'll come up to you. I'll go up and speak to anyone, and I want you to come up and speak to me too. I look for conversations with the government. I look for conversations with the police. I look for conversations with the charities in my local area and the businesses in my local area. I look to have conversation and start conversations for a reason. I want to see face to face who these paedophile protectors are. And it's starting to worry me that there are members of my family and friends and everyone I've ever known in this community, in every church building that you go to. They're not churches. If you want to join a church like that, you may as well just join the Hells Angel. The Hells Angel's just a church like any other. At least they're up front. Yep. We're scumbags. We like breaking down society. Men and women are coming with big bags for big shops. You don't need to be hearing any of this anymore. You can go now. There's still 100 people hanging about. You shouldn't. There is no need for you to be here. I know the security services have stopped you actually writing anything or stopping me from being able to look at anything. But when I walk about here, it's all fuzzy. This is only my phone and my internet. I got the phone free. But it continually goes through my head to stop speaking to you. I've already caused the damage to me, so don't worry. What I've done is going to stay here. I know they'll try and get rid of it. I'm just trying to find more of the Polish videos, especially those that show the faces of the paedophile protectors. You know, the faces that you're hiding on here, the faces you never put on here. You wee paedophile protectors, you scumbags. Yous are willing to hurt children but not willing to show your face. You're willing to come and attack a father but not willing to show your face. You're willing to say you'll come down but still not willing to show your face. I don't care how big you are, you're a coward. You're cowards. I don't care what kind of training or fighting you've got, you're a coward. Cowards. I need some strong mothers and strong fathers to stand by me so we can go and get some help. When I say get some help, I'm barred from walking in most of these places to speak to these people about any of these subjects because I've already raised them, and most of you are still actually, maybe you're employees of the East Renfrewshire Council or Glasgow Council or the charity which funds child abuse, Women's Aid, or the government which protects paedophiles, the Scottish Government, the Welsh Government, the Irish, Northern Irish, every single government is a paedophile protecting ring. If there's any decency in society at any point, it's broken down. If you do anything decent with a business or charity, All of those big funded charities come after you. If you do anything right and decent for society, for children, you get hunted down and killed. You get called the predator and paedophile. That is how this works. The predators and paedophiles pay so many little paedophile protectors that any good man, good father, anyone with a good business idea to get children, and fathers having something to do together. When I had time an hour with my son, there was nothing to do but go to a soft play. There was nothing for us to do, like just to be there, and we set nothing up for children and their fathers. We set nothing up where we'll actually fund women to abuse children. We fund the abuse. It's just unbelievable what's going on. We fund no fathers' activities with their kids, but we fund women's charities and mothers' charities that abuse kids. They actively are set up specifically to abduct, abuse and assault kids. That's what the women's charity's for. So it's not difficult to find out why there isn't anything for fathers and their children. Because as soon as you have that, you're going to see these children and fathers grow and love together. You hate that idea that children feel safe. You hate that idea children feel secure with their fathers. A mother can't really provide that. Mothers don't really provide that. Have a good weekend. You can phone me if you want to catch up with me. Send a message. Your likes and subscribes do nothing to help me at this weekend. If you press like, it's not going to help for any length of time. It doesn't help in any way for anything my children have suffered. It doesn't help anyone. The first thing you should be coming on and doing is pressing like and subscribe with any of these things. If you're stupid enough to watch it. I'm done in and I'm upset. A drunk guy stopped me yesterday walking down the road and said, "Look at the state of your white hair," then pointed to his mate. "My mate's about 20 years older than you and he's got black hair. What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Jared, what's that guy up to?" I can't go drunk people now. I get no patience for you. Fathers shouldn't be getting drunk. All of our bars are there to sell more than alcohol. They have you selling off your children. Selling off the rights and safety of your children. Alright, mate? You call me sir? You're mad. Is that open? Right. Have a nice day. I've been on for over an hour, but I've still got data left. I still need to waste it. YouTube's telling me I might have used too many hours this month. Don't give me 50 megabytes of data. I'm like a YouTube junkie right now, or an internet junkie, but I see on this every day that I'm so thick I should be barred from the internet. Or I'm such a ball bag, I'm a waste of oxygen. I even get told my laugh's fake and I should stop laughing. The number of things these paedophile protectors are willing to say to belittle you, and all they do is put their hand up to say, "I'm the paedophile, look at me." They've all got names and numbers, that's why they protect and hide their identity. They hide their identity because they're scumbags and paedophile protectors. Keep there, we're at 33 likes. Thank you very much, the Freemason brothers out there. You Jedi Jesuits, ooh, feel the force. Scumbags. It's time to start protecting kids. No, you shouldn't need to have some man that needs some subtitles to come out in the Middle East town and moan the fact that charity's been funded by his own government, the Scottish government. Oh, freedom! There's nothing freedom in Scotland anymore. We sell off children. We've got nothing more than effeminate little boys running through the SNP. I do get worked up when I think about how much we've belittled our country, how much we've broken Scotland, how much the Scottish men are broken. Scottish men? Have a lovely day. Goodbye, men and women. I'm not speaking to many mothers and fathers here. Show some love before you go. Press like, press subscribe. 146. What you's doing? You's flicking your bean watching me? What's going on here? Is this all security services? What are you trying to do? Come on. Come on. Have a nice day. Matthew, Eva, Daddy loves you. These people, be careful.